The lesson here, never get facial reconstructive surgery if you're a parent, because you never know how your kids are going to react. I'm John Recton with the retro review of Goodnight Mommy from 2014, directed by the people that did The Lodge, one of my favorite movies of 2019, one of my favorite movies of that decade. It was so goddamn good, so goddamn haunting. Holy fucking shit, I need to rewatch this, even though it fucking terrified me to no fucking end. Was it the absolute scariest goddamn film I saw that year? Well, yes, it was definitely one of them because just so atmospheric, so haunting. Check out my review of The Lodge. Now let's get back to Goodnight Mommy. There is a remake that came out on Amazon starring Naomi Watts. And anytime Naomi Watts is in something, I will absolutely dive into it. That review will be up a little bit later. This is about the Austrian version that stars, well, two boys that are, well, they played their actual names, Lucas and Elias. And then there's also their mother, played by Suzanne Vest. And since it's set in Austria, basically, here's the premise. This is not going to take very long to describe because the movie's more atmospheric and very, very haunting. There is a mother who has facial reconstructive surgery. She has bandages all over her face. Her eyes are exposed. Her nose is exposed because she has to see and be able to hear. And also, she has to be able to smell. She has to be able to taste. But other than that, her face is basically just all covered up. Because whenever you have facial reconstructive surgery for whatever fucking reason, whether cosmetically or because you're in an accident, or because you're just insane and you want to fix your goddamn face because you can't feel your face. I can't feel my face. That's because it's all dumbed up with Novocaine. But nevertheless, you want to make sure that you keep it protected. So, these two boys are very adventurous, playing in the woods, in the cornfields, and I don't think they've been the same since they found out their German grandparents were in Austria during the war. Okay, that's not going to be the only time I say that goddamn joke. And they're playing in tunnels and just adventurous young boys, young twin boys, just having a whole bunch of fun. The countryside is very, very beautiful. Cinematography is fucking just tremendous. Very, very well shot. And they play around and then their mother comes home. And also, they take care of roaches. Why do they take care of roaches? Why not? What the fuck else are you going to do in the Austrian countryside? Of whatever nameless area of Austria this is. So, the mother basically has some new rules. She needs to have it totally quiet in the house. She needs to rest. And the blinds need to be completely closed. Because she can't have contact with direct sunlight. All the surgery and all that. Well, she has the bandages all over her face. But then, one night she's taking those off. She's in the bathroom, putting some cream on her face, some healing cream, and she also has a bit of a red eye. That's a little unusual. Maybe she's tired, or maybe no, it's really, really bloodshot, like actual blood is being shot directly into her eye. And the kids start to suspect that might not be their mother, because their mother loves animals. They play a game where they guess it, they put a post-it on their forehead and try to guess all this stuff. And the mother can't guess all this stuff, even though they give her a whole bunch of hints. They start to suspect that. They go just in this random cave that just has a bunch of goddamn bones. I don't even want to know the backstory of that. And they find a kitty cat. An adorable, floofy kitty cat that they keep at the house. And it turns out the mother does like animals. Well then, a little bit later, the cat turns up dead. So what the fuck's going on? Holy fucking shit, there is something going on here. Something very, very odd. Was the cat poisoned before? Was it just not in that good a shape because it was in a cave of bones? Maybe it got an infection? Did the mother torture it? Did the mother kill it? Because maybe that's not their mother, and that's pretty much what they start to suspect. The similarities between this and The Lodge are basically the kids coming to grips with the fact and coming up with a plan to basically destroy the psyche of the particular parent or guardian that they have. In The Lodge, it was somebody that they didn't want married to their dad, basically. Now, that's all I'm going to say about The Lodge, because, boy, The Lodge was infinitely better than this, even though this movie is quite good, in my opinion. Yes, maybe I will get a tattoo of the Lodge logo on my shoulder. Shut up. Now, I'm glad they didn't really do too much with the cat, like showing, because I don't like animal torture. The roaches did get destroyed, which, look, let's be perfectly honest, roaches serve a purpose, but they're fucking roaches. That was my one thing about The Innocents. If you saw the movie The Innocents, you know what I'm talking about. So then she gets upset at one of them. She slaps around Lucas. She's like, no, 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 no. You must say that you're not going to just believe anything that your brother says or whatever. You need to promise that you will believe I am your mother, that I am your mother. Well, that basically ends up with them hatching a plan. And they look through a scrapbook. They find some pictures. They find a whole bunch of stuff. They find some missing pictures. They find a picture of her and a particular woman. And they're wondering who the hell that is. This woman looks remarkably similar to the person that they see. The bandages are off. And I'm not mad anymore, even though I killed the cat and slapped one of you around. I'm not mad anymore. Please believe me. I'm totally your mother. I totally am. And then she gives them a boomerang. It comes right back around like a boomerang. Does anybody remember that show? Does anybody remember that educational show, Boomerang? Was it even educational or was it just a kid's show? I'm trying to remember. I have the song stuck in my head, but only the boomerang part. Let's get back to this. They run away. They go to a church for help. And then the priest guy ends up taking them back to the house. Well, then they decide, well, you know what we're going to do? The lights are totally out. Let's tie up our mother and then let's torture her. Let's ask, where is our mom? Repeatedly. In fact, I think the last third of the movie has about 35% of the dialogue just asking, where is our mom? They pull the picture out and they say, who's this? Who is this? It's a friend. And then they also look up video where they think that maybe that's the person, and maybe that person killed their mom. Or that the mom assumed a new identity and went elsewhere. Who the hell knows? Who could this possibly be? They torture them anyway. Constantly. Consistently. Probably is their mother. But you know what? They're totally goddamn nuts. Why are they doing this? Well, get to that here in just a second. Red Cross people show up for donations. And Elias gives the money to them. And, oh, thank you so much. You know, that's great. That's great. The mother had referred to an accident that happened earlier as to why it was necessary for her to get surgery. And then that should have been a goddamn tipping point. In fact, if you didn't figure out the twist for this movie, well, before it got revealed, I really have to question just how much, how often you are out of the house. Not to say that this movie isn't still haunting. It's just quite predictable. You could definitely guess what's going on here. And with the low cast, it did make it a little bit, harder to figure out. But nevertheless, they say, they ask, what is Lucas's favorite song? There was this song that was referenced earlier with this woman singing with a whole bunch of kids, and it looked like they were all clog dancing. And Lullaby and Goodnight? No, that's not it. They tape her mouth closed. They even glue her mouth closed. But then they decide to part it open because they want to feed her pizza. Possibly. Maybe. Now I want pizza. Now I need to go get pizza, goddammit. But I have to finish this review first. All hail pizza. So, she then escapes after they untie her. Because they tell her to change the sheet. You pissed yourself, you dirty whore. Your mother sucks cocks and hell. No, wait, no, not that. She tries to escape and she trips on a wire that they set up. And then they have her all, knocked out and set up around all these candles. And they have the roach aquarium thing that the dead cat was in because why not? And they fill it up with some type of fluid. And then they set it on fire. What the hell's going on? The mother basically says, or the woman says, well, Elias, it wasn't your fault that Lucas died in the accident. But because she can't see him, Elias says mother would be able to see him, and sets the house on fire, and then it burns down and everything, and then Elias runs to the cornfield, and then they're all reunited in the afterlife, because seemingly Elias died as well, because why not? Fuck it, who the hell cares? The movie's very much like a short film concept stretched out to an hour and 40 minutes, but it is atmospheric and well shot, and that's all I really have to say. That being said, watch The Lodge instead. The Lodge is quite good. This was good, well acted, But again, is it perfect? No. And do I suspect that the Naomi Watts starring remake will be any good? No, I don't suspect it will be. Agree, disagree, what I said? Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.